Grain and livestock markets closed mostly lower Monday. This is the American Ag Network. I'm Corryn with this closing market wrap-up. Grain and oilseed futures closed sharply lower Monday, led by a steep technical sell-off in soybeans amid growing uncertainty over Chinese demand. Corn ended the session down 10 to 12 cents, while soybeans plunged 60 to 70 cents. Wheat also finished lower, losing 10 to 12 cents on the day. Soybean prices had previously been supported by the rally in crude oil, which lifted soybean oil values. However, much of the market appeared to have already priced in expectations for improved demand from China, following recent speculation that Beijing may be seeking to stabilize relations with the United States. Slowing soybean exports out of Brazil due to quality concerns raised by Chinese buyers had also fueled optimism that additional purchases could shift towards U.S. supplies. But Monday's trade suggested that optimism has faded. Meanwhile, the National Oilseed Processors Association reported a stronger than expected February soybean crush. NOPA says members processed 208.786 million bushels during the month, up 17.4% from a year earlier and a record high for February. The figure topped the average analyst estimate of 202.725 million bushels in a Reuters survey. On a per-daily basis, the crush also marked a new record, surpassing the previous high set in October. Soybean oil stocks climbed to 2.080 billion pounds, up 9.5% from 1.900 billion pounds at the end of January, and 38.4% above the 1.503 billion pounds reported a year ago. Stocks also came in well above the average trade estimate of 1.928 billion pounds. Now, weather concerns also remain in focus for wheat markets. The U.S. winter wheat crop, particularly hard red winter wheat across the plains, faced increasingly stressful conditions. Strong winds swept over the region over the weekend as temperatures dropped sharply from the 70s and 80s into the 30s and 40s by Sunday. While temperatures were expected to moderate later in the week, forecasts called for hot and dry conditions to dominate over the next 10 days, adding stress to a crop already dealing with lingering dryness and potential winter damage. Over in livestock trade, live cattle futures rallied with support from a strong stock market and softer crude oil prices. Wholesale beef prices also strengthened, with the morning boxed beef report showing up choice up $4.03 and select up $3.27. Feeder cattle futures followed higher as well. Taking a look at closing numbers, May corn down 13 and a quarter at $4.54. May soybeans down 70 at $11.55 and a quarter. May wheat down 16 and a half at $5.97 and a quarter. May Kansas City wheat down 13 and a half at $6.16 and a half. May Minneapolis wheat down 11 and a half at $6.34. Moving over to the livestock complex, we've got April live cattle up $2.35 at $233.25, March feeder cattle up $5.97 at $355.45, and April hogs up $5 at $93.50. Thanks for joining me for this closing market wrap-up. I'm Corryn with the American Ag Network.